Hello everyone, welcome back to LeoAxis Tech. And I hope everyone is doing it. As you know, we started our DNS series and we're done with the part 1. Today we're going to start part 2 of this DNS series. So in this part 2, we will start what exactly this DNS is, its architecture and its components. Followed by this, we'll try to understand what is a hosted zone and what do you mean by records. And then we'll conclude with TTL, transfer time to live. So once we're done with this topic, I'll also try to show you one practical demonstration on how to implement this DNS, how it is working, how to create this hosted zone, how to set up the records, and how to set up this TTL. Fine. But I recommend you, before watching this DNS part 2 series, kindly watch part 1. Because in the part 1, we covered all the fundamentals or the basics that which are required to start this part 2. Fine. So let's start this part 2 without late. So to begin this part 2, I'll start with a simple story first. Then after, we'll connect this story to our technical side. Let's say this is me. I went to a college as a fresher. Let's say this is me as a fresher student. And it was my first day of the college. So I need to figure it out. Where is the CS lab? Where is the computer science lab? I need to figure it out where is the exact location. Because I want to meet my friend at computer science lab, but I don't know the exact location. Right. So first what I'll do, in this case, the campus is helping us with a directory. Okay. They provided one printed book. This college had provided one printed book. Let's say it contains some 100 pages. It contains all the locations. It's like a campus map. Okay. It's like a campus map having some 5,000 entries, providing all the details. Like example, like main cafeteria at B block, ground floor. Okay. Like computer science lab. It is at C block, first floor, room number 102. Right. And let's say if I want to know my friend's hostel address, like Rahul, stays in hostel 1, room number 502. Likewise, so it's like a orientation week. When I went to college for the first time, it's like a orientation week. The campus had provided me this printed book, providing all these locations. Because I don't have any idea about the locations or exact places. So to overcome to know the exact locations of each and every point in college, the campus have provided this printed book. But do you think it is going to solve the purpose? Might be, but there are some headaches. Okay. Why? Because let's say the new students are going to join. The new students are going to be part of this campus. Or a new cafeteria had a French. Okay. Or else Rahul had changed the hostel room. What about this printed book, which was provided to all the students? It will become outdated. Right? Again, they need to reprint to maintain the latest data. Okay. So to overcome these issues, now the campus had decided to have a smart solution. So a smart solution. So what they've done in this smart solution, they had set up a campus help desk system. They had set up this campus help desk system. Okay. So if you want any details, you just simply connect this campus help desk system. They will provide the information to you. Let's see how it is working. So this is me as a college fresher. Now my requirement is I need to reach to CS lab. So in this process, first I'll check within myself. Okay, I'll check within my brain. Do I remember this CS lab address? So where is the CS lab? I need to confirm where is the CS lab, which block, which building, which one. First I'll check within my brain, my memory. Okay, I'll check within my internal memory. Right? If I'm not remember this address, what I'll do, I'll check with my roommate. Okay, within my room, I'll check with my roommate. Even if this roommate don't know this address, okay, even if this roommate not remember this exact location of this CSR, in that case, what I'll do here, I'll call this campus help desk. Okay. Now this campus help desk is saying that, okay, we will find out the CS lab location and we will get back to you. Okay, this campus help desk system, the system is saying that, okay, Sai, we'll find out this campus, we'll find out this computer science lab and we will get back to you. Okay. Now, here the process started. First, this campus help desk, what they're doing here, let's see. This campus help desk system, now they need to find out where is the CS lab, right? They need to figure out where is the CS lab. First, they're calling, first they're making a call one, they're making to main administrative department. Okay, they're calling to main administrative office, asking that where is the computer science lab. Now they are replying back to this campus help desk system, saying that please kindly try academic building office. They're saying that, okay, my dear campus help desk system, it's better if you try academic building office. Now this campus help desk system, they're making a second call. To whom? To this academic building office. Okay, because now they have provided the extension saying that please kindly upload this academic building office with this extension. Now this campus help desk, using that extension, they upload this academic building office. Now this academic building office is also replying to this campus help desk system saying that it's better if you try engineering department office. They're telling that try engineering department office. So with that, again, this campus help desk system, they're making a third call to this engineering department office. Okay. Right. So they made to the engineering department office to get the exact details of CS lab. Now this engineering department office is saying that, yes, you had approached right. So we have the records of the CS lab. Let me provide the records. Saying that, yes, we have the details of the CS lab. We have these records. We have this information. We kept these records of the CS lab and it is located in the building C, floor 2, room number 204. This is what the record we had maintained. Right? So they will reply to this campus help desk system. Right? And now after getting the reply, right? After getting the reply from this engineering department office with this proper information, now this campus help desk system is responding back to you. Okay, they're responding back to you, saying that, hey, this is what the campus help desk detail. This is the exact location of the campus help desk. This is the exact location of the computer science lab. Now using that location, what I do, I'll reach to the exact location. Fine. I hope it is clear. So let me retake this in short. So this is me as a fresher. I don't have any idea about this CS lab. Before the system started, the campus had provided a 100-page printed book with all the mapping of this campus. But slowly it is getting outdated time to time, and chaos had started, and no one is interested to take this printed book because of this. So the campus had decided to start a system. The system is known as campus helpdesk system. Okay, it is a process to gather the information. It is a process. A system in the system, a team is involved. A group of team members are involved in order to collectively get this information. Okay. So whenever I want any information, first I'll check within my memory. If this information is not stored in my memory, I'll approach my roommate. If the roommate is also not aware of this location, I'll approach this campus helpdesk system. Now, once I initiated a request to this campus helpdesk system, now the system is going to provide the details to me. How? So the system started making a call to admin department office, who are redirecting to academic building office, and finally who are redirecting to engineering department office. So this is the final location where we can find the exact location. So once it is gathered the location details from this engineering department, this campus helpdesk system is again responding back to us with respect to location details of the CS lab. Now using this computer science lab location, I'll try to reach that exact location. Right? I arrive at CS lab and I met my friend Rahul at CS lab. So this is how it is working. Right? In the same way, if it is clear to you, right? If the story is clear to you, in the same way, the DNS is also working. How? Let me tell you. So here, this is me using my device. It might be laptop or it might be mobile phone, and I'm initiating a request. Okay, I'm asking the internet. I'm asking the internet to get the Facebook or to get the LeoAxis. Okay, or to get the Amazon Prime, Netflix, etc. So I'm asking the internet, please kindly get this website pages or websites. Kindly load this website. Right. So the internet will take this request to the respective location or the server where the website is running. Right? It is a server where the Facebook is running, or else it is a server where our LeoAxis website is running. Now, this internet, in order to reach our request, right? In order to reach our request to these respective servers, which is having the unique IP address, right? Which is having the unique address. Just like I have my own identity, my name, my address, my location. I have my own identity. Even you have your own identity. The same way, in this internet, the devices which are connected to communicate with each other, even the devices also having their own identity. That identity is known as IP address, which we covered in the part 1. Now, if the internet want to take this request to the exact server, the internet should know the IP address. The internet should know the IP address of this respective server. Along with the IP addresses, the internet also should know what is the service that we are going to communicate. If you want to send a request to this server, to this Facebook, the internet should contain the IP address, followed by the port number, which is representing the service, and the protocol, which is the standards to talk with this respective service. So, by the way, the internet, we don't understand our names, these friendly names, which are known as domain names. Now, who is helping this internet to get this exact location of the servers? Because we can't remember, right? We don't remember all these IP addresses. As I told you in the part 1, the IP addresses are looks like this. It's a number, okay? 150.10.0.4. And let's say this IP address is like 101.16.21. 202. So the IP address format is like this. Will it be possible to us to remember all these IP addresses for all the server locations? No, right? Right? We don't remember all these IP addresses. So that's the way we are using these friendly names in order to access these websites. But the internet, it don't understand these names. They need this. They only understand the numbers. So that is where the DNS is helping us. The domain name system is helping us to get these exact location details. Right? Let's see how this DNS is working now. So before we going to start the DNS, first we'll try to understand what happened before DNS, how the things had happened before DNS, and who is helping this internet before DNS comes into the picture. So it means, so before DNS, we are using a file called host.txt. So this is a file every computer uses to maintain. It means every computer which is connected for the internet, they use it to maintain this file locally. Right? So what this file contains? This file contains all the mappings of names, your domain names, and its respect to IP addresses. It's like a telephone directory. Or it is like your mobile phone book, right? In your mobile phone, there's a phone book. So in this phone book service, what we used to do, we used to map the phone numbers with the fancy names, right? You used to store all the phone numbers with the names. So this phone book is part of your mobile phone, stored within your mobile phone. In the same way, during 1970s and 1980s, every computer used it to maintain its own local file, which is known as host.txt. And this file contains all the domain names with its respect to IP address. And we used to maintain this file manually. So it means time to time we need to update this file manually, right? So example, like example.com, let's say a website called example.com. It is pointing to the respective IP address like 152.10.0.16. Okay. Or else hi.com. It is a one more website. It's mapping to 110.12.0.4. So likewise, this host.txt file contains all the websites with the respect to IP addresses. So likewise, everyone used to maintain their own local file. So in this situation, whenever, if anyone searching for any website, let's say this person is searching for a website calling example.com. Immediately, this computer is checking with the local file. It is checking its local file host.txt to get the respective IP address of the example.com. So once it is knowing the exact IP address, it is sending the request to this particular server. That is how it is used to work in the earlier days before DNS. But if you see this process, there are some drawbacks. Why it having the drawbacks? The reason is, let's say in your phone book, if the contacts are keep on growing, it is the one you are the responsible to maintain this phone book. If the contacts are keep on growing every day, you have to do manually. You have to do manually updation of these contacts. Right? In the same way, the internet is keep on growing. So millions of computers are coming every day, right? And a lot of websites are also coming every day. So it is highly impossible to update this host.txt file because of this growing of the internet. That is one thing. Manual updates time to time. And one more drawback is there is no central management. No central management means every device having its own copy. That every device having its own copy. So in this situation, the data might be inconsistent, right? So this data here, I'm showing this information IP address in this way. And in this computer, the example.com IP address might be different because there is no single source of truth. There is no central management of managing these things. So the data might be inconsistency. That is the problem. So these are all the drawbacks which we used to face in the earlier days, right? That is one thing. And if the server IP address changes, again it's a problem. Again, we need to update this IP address timestamp. So overall, there's a lot of chaos. So this host.txt file, maintaining this host.txt file in the local system, of course, it is helping us for the small networks, right? But completely it is failed for the global internet. When it comes to the global internet, where millions of computers, right, lots of websites are coming every day. So this host.txt is getting failed with respect to this internet. Because to maintain this data across the internet in our local system, it is highly impossible. So to overcome these drawbacks, that is where the DNS comes into the picture. Stands for domain name system. So I hope till here it is clear to everyone. The scenario before DNS, I hope it is clear to everyone. So it means in the earlier days in the 1970s, every system having its own local file, which is known as host.txt. In this file, we are manually updating these IP addresses with respect to domain names. So whenever we are searching for any website like LeoAxis or Facebook, so our system is searching in the host.txt file to get the respective IP address. After getting the IP address, it is making a request to the respective server. But in the long run, we had faced a lot of drawbacks with this because it is only suitable for small networks to maintain a small amount of data. In the long run, as the internet is keep on growing, right, and there is no central management, we used to update it manually. Because of the inconsistency of the data, because of this chaos, we decided to have a central solution. We decided to have a central management, and we decided to have a smart solution. That is where the DNS came into the picture in the 1980s. So what in by DNS now? So DNS stands for domain name system. It is a acting like a phone book of the internet, helping us to resolve by translating the domain names. What are the domain names that we are searching for in our systems? This DNS is helping us to translate these domain names into the respective server IP addresses, right? So it means whenever we are searching for any website, right? Whenever we are searching for any website, so immediately our system is connecting this DNS. Our system is asking this DNS. This is instead of using our local files, immediately our system is contacting this DNS to get the respective server IP addresses. So that is where the DNS comes into the picture, helping us to translate these domain names into the respective IP addresses. Now, how the system is working, how the system is operating? It is operating through a hierarchical system. It means through the levels. It is operating through a levels. What does it mean here through levels? It means it contains a different server types. It is a hierarchical system. So DNS is operating through a hierarchical system of using the different server types. It means the system, it contains 4 important servers. In this DNS system, it is operating by using these 4 important servers. Server 1, server 2, server 3, server 4. It means whenever you're asking or whenever you're asking for any name like Facebook, LeoAxis.com, if your system don't know the IP address, immediately it is contacting this DNS, the domain name system. Now, this domain name system is not a single server. It is operating through a hierarchical system by using these 4 important servers, these 4 important server types, which is spread across globally. They are distributed across globally. So your request is passing from one server to another server to get the website details, the website IP address, the website location. So that is where the DNS is operating through a hierarchical system of different server types with specific roles, and each server having its own specific roles, and which is spread across the globally. So now we'll try to understand this DNS architecture and its components. We'll try to see what are these 4 types of DNS servers. We call them as 4 types of DNS servers, which are part of this DNS system. There are the 4 types of DNS servers which are part of the system. So now we'll try to understand this architecture and its respective components. If you observe this scenario, already I covered a story in the earlier with respect to the college. Whenever you are trying to find computer science lab location, first you'll check with your memory, your internal memory. If you are unable to remember that address, you will check with your roommate, your immediate neighbor. Even if the roommate unable to recollect, the request will go to the help desk system. In this system, it contains a group of members who are helping you to get the respective location. Right? In the same way, here also our DNS, it's a 4 types of DNS servers. So even in this DNS system, it contains a 4 types of DNS servers, which is helping us to resolve the domain names to its respective IP address. Let's see how it is working, how this process is helping us to get the respective IP addresses. Fine. Let's start. So we'll see this DNS process step by step. Let's understand what happens when you type google.com. Let's say this is me. I'm in front of the laptop and using my web browser. Let's say I'm searching for LeoAxis.com. So when I'm searching for any website, so we'll see what happens. First, it will check the browser page. First, our computer, the browser, the web browser which you are using. First, the web browser, it will check within its internal memory, a temporary memory, which stores the data for a temporary period of time. That is known as cache data. Sometimes, if you remember, right, we used to delete the cache data. We go to history and we used to delete this cache data. What do you mean by that cache data? It's a temporary memory storing the information to support these web browsers, right? So here also, whenever you're searching for any website, first the request will go to the browser cache. It will check within its browser cache. Do I already know this IP address? The browser itself, it will check in its cache, checking for, do I already know this IP address for the LeoAxis.com? If it knows the IP address, it will try to use the respective IP address. And using that IP address, our request will go for the internet to the respective server with its IP address, where the LeoAxis website is running. Right? If it is yes, if it is able to find this IP address, if it is able to remember, or if it contains IP address, it is replying back with the IP address. Now our system is using that IP address and initiating a request over the internet to reach to the server. But what if this IP address is not located here? If the memory got expired, if the data is not found here. So in the step 2, our system is asking to the operating system cache. If the data is not found from the browser cache, now our system is dependent on this operating system cache. Okay, it is like a local DNS cache using the host files. Till today, we are using these host files. If you're using the Windows, you can see the system32. If you go to a drive called system32, okay, directly, you can find these host.files. Now, this operating system cache, it is acting like a local DNS cache to resolve these domain names within our system. It is taking the support of this host.files to get the information. Now, this operating system able to find the respective IP address of the website. And our system using that IP address, it is initiating a request. If it is unable to find that IP address, immediately our system, what it will do, it is connecting to the DNS system. Immediately our system is making a call to DNS, stands for domain name system. So what is this system? It is not a single server, right? It is not a single machine to get the details of the respective website address. So in this system, as I told you, there are the 4 important servers. So the 4 types of servers are part of the system. playing a major role, and each server, each system is having its own specific roles. So what is these 4 types of DNS servers? We call them as DNS servers. There are the 4 types of DNS servers which are part of this DNS system, which are helping us to get this respective website IP address details. So now the system contacts recursive resolver first. Right? Our system is making a call to recursive resolver, which is the first server where the system is contacting, which is part of this DNS system. Out of this 4, it is the first server where our system is making a call. Now asking the recursive resolver, my dear recursive resolver, please kindly get me LeoAxis.com details, website details. Kindly get this LeoAxis.com website details. Okay. So this is a recursive resolver, which is a part of the DNS server. It is doing all the work on behalf of you. Okay. Now, who is managing this recursive resolver? Who is managing this recursive resolver servers? It might be maintained by your internet service provider, or it might be from the Google, right? 8.8.8.8. It is representing the Google DNS, or it might be from the Cloudflare DNS. Okay, like 1.1.1.1, or it might be within the AWS Cloud Route 53. So these are the examples of resolver servers. They are the examples of DNS resolver servers. So it might be your internet service provider like Jio, Airtel. Even they are having their own recursive resolver DNS servers. It means if the system unable to find the IP address or system externally, it will make a call externally to this recursive resolver, a machine, a database, where it can store the IP addresses, details of IP addresses for temporary period of time. Now, who is managing this database? Who is managing this recursive resolver servers? It might be your internet service provider. It might be the Google. It might be the Cloudflare, etc. Right? So now this recursive resolver is trying to get the respective website IP address. So it means it is helping us to resolve. If you decode this name, it is helping us to resolve the domain name into respective IP address. But why it is recursive? Yes, it is recursive because it is keep on asking other DNS servers. It is keep on asking the other DNS servers until it gets the final answer. Until it is getting the final answer, it is keep on asking the other DNS servers out of these 4 types of DNS servers, which are part of the DNS system. Okay, so that is the reason it is a recursive, helping us to resolve the website details. I hope it is clear to everyone. So it is a resolver. Once it gets the details, it is used to store the information for a temporary period of time. Fine. So now here, whenever, now let's see once again here the process. So this is me. Now I need the LeoAxis.com. First, the browser is checking its browser cache. From the browser cache, if the data is not found, the request will go to the OS cache, which is using the host.txt files. Even if it is not finding these details, it is making a call to the DNS recursive resolver, which is part of the DNS system. Now this recursive resolver, first it will check its own cache data, the temporary data which is having the details. If it is unable to get the respective IP address of the particular website, what it will do, it will make a call. Now this resolver, it is making a call to the second server, which is part of the DNS system, which is a root DNS server. Now this resolver making a call to this root DNS server. Now this resolver is asking this DNS root server, saying that I need www.leoaxis.com details. Now this resolver asking to this root DNS server, my dear DNS server, root DNS server, may I know where is this LeoAxis.com? Where should I go to find these details? Now, what this root server is actually doing, it is saying that I don't know where this LeoAxis.com is available, but I know who manages this .com. Right? .com stands for, it is a top level domain. This .com, .org, .in, right? .net. These are known as TLDs. TLD stands for top level domains. So whenever the recursive resolver, if it is unable to find that IP address details in its case, immediately it is asking this root DNS server. So where is this LeoAxis.com details? Now the root DNS server is saying that I don't have the details, I don't store the details, but I know where exactly these .com servers are located. Right? This is what they're replying to the recursive resolver. Right? Now this resolver taking the support from the root DNS server. Now it is again making a call. Right? It is again making a call to the TLD servers, which is maintaining this .com details. Right? So that is how it is working. If you see this root DNS servers, right? If you see this root DNS servers, now who are maintaining these root DNS servers? As I told you, recursive resolvers are maintained by Google, your internet service provider, or cloud providers. Then who are maintaining these root DNS servers? These are maintained by VeriSign or ICANN. These are maintained by these companies like VeriSign or ICANN, etc. So globally, we have the 13 DNS root servers labeled from A to M. All the 13 are labeled from A to M. They are distributed globally, maintained by these organizations. So whenever the recursive resolver to resolve the IP address details, it is contacting this DNS server. But the DNS server, it don't know exact website details. It only redirect them to the particular TLDs. So that is where it is telling that I don't know where is the LeoAxis.com, but I know where is this .com servers. Okay, .com TLD servers. So taking the support from the root DNS servers, now our recursive resolver, it is making a call to respect to .com TLD servers. I hope till here it is clear to everyone. Okay. Right. So likewise, we have the TLD servers for .com separately, for .org, for .in and .net, like this, we have the separate TLD servers. Now here, our resolver again is making a call to TLD server, asking that who is responsible for LeoAxis.com, where I can find this LeoAxis.com website details. Now the TLD server is saying that, okay, let me check inside my database. Now it is checking. Now we have the .com. We are having all the .com related database information. Now it is checking the LeoAxis information, whether we have the LeoAxis.com or not. It is checking whether this name is available or not within its TLD servers. If the name is available, now it is saying that yes, the name is available, but the information is not with us. Okay, but the information is not with us. You have to approach to the authoritative name servers. Right now, it is saying that yes, the name is registered in our database, but we don't have the complete details. But I'll tell you who is maintaining this exact details. Right, that is what reply we are getting from the TLD servers. So now, by taking that information, again our recursive resolver, it is making a call. It is making a final call to the authoritative name servers. Right? It is a final part of the DNS system which contains the actual details of the domain name. Because the TLD server is saying that, yes, my dear recursive resolver, yes, LeoAxis.com details are available. Okay, it is registered in our server, but these details are not available with us. It is available with the respect to authoritative name server. And these are details of the respect to authoritative name server. It is providing the name server details. What do you mean by these name servers? It is pointing to the respect to authoritative name server. Right? It is pointing to the, it stands for name servers, which is a location, which is pointing to the respective servers. So these details, these name server details, we are getting from the TLD, because TLD database contains the respective authoritative name server details. Now this resolver taking this extension, it is like an extension to make a call. Now taking this name server details, it is making a call to the authoritative name servers, right? So this is the final system or final server of the respective DNS system. So that is where if you see here, in this DNS system, we have the 4 types of DNS servers. One is a recursive resolver, which is acting like intermediate between the client and the remaining DNS servers, which is working on behalf of us to resolve the domain name into respective IP address. Initially, it is making a call to root DNS server. From there, it is making a call to respective TLD server. From there, it is making a call to the respective name servers, which are known as authoritative name servers, where it is actually storing the information of the respective domain name. From here, the authoritative name server is giving the or providing the information to the recursive resolver. Now, this authoritative name server making a call to this. Okay, now this recursive resolver making a call to this authoritative name server, asking that, please tell me about LeoAxis.com. What is this IP address of LeoAxis.com? Now, this authoritative name server, it is checking its local file, it is checking its files and returning the respective IP address. So, likewise, this recursive resolver is providing the IP address to our system. Now, using that IP address, our system is initiating a request for the internet to the respective server where the LeoAxis website, to the respective server where the LeoAxis website is running. I hope it is clear. Let me show you a simple image to make it more clear. So if you see this slide, you can understand here. So let's say this is me. I'm the client. I'm trying to search for a website, example.com. But the internet don't know this name. It only understands the numbers. Now, who is helping us to get the exact location of this example.com server details? First, our system will check within the browser cache. If the details are not found, it will check the OS cache. Even in the OS cache, if the details are not found, our system is contacting the DNS server. DNS servers is not a single server. It contains 4 important servers. One is the resolver, recursive resolver, and one is the root server, and one is the TLD servers, and one is the authoritative name servers. So first, our request will go to the recursive resolver. So it is helping us to resolve the domain name into the respective IP address. So our request will go to the recursive resolver. Now, who is managing these recursive resolvers? It might be your internet service providers, or the Google, or the Cloudflare. So the request will go to the resolver. The resolver is checking its internal memory first, which is known as cache data. It's a temporary memory. It is getting updated time to time after expiring. If the data is not found, if the example.com IP address is not found here within the resolver, now it is making a call to the root servers, which are part of this DNS system. Now, globally, we have the 13 root servers distributed across globally. Okay. Now, it is making a call to the root server saying that where is the example.com details. Now, this root server is saying that I don't know the example.com details, but I know where exactly this .com is available. I know where exactly this .com is available. So now this resolver taking that information, it is again making a call to the TLD server. What in by TLD? TLD stands for top level domain. They are the servers which contain the database of the particular TLDs, like it contains the database of all .com details. Okay, it contains the database of all .org, all .in, .net, okay, .online. These are known as top level domains. So it is a group of servers which contains the respective TLD information. Now it is making a call to the particular TLD which contains the .com details. Now it is asking where is the example.com. Now the TLD server is saying that yes, let me check first this name is available in our database or not. So now this TLD service checking its database, .com database, searching for this example.com. If the name is available, the TLD service is saying that yes, the name is registered and this name is maintained by the respective name servers, which are known as authoritative name servers. So the TLD name server is saying that these TLD servers are saying that yes, this name is available, but we don't have the exact information. The exact information is available with the authoritative name servers. Right? It is providing this example.com name server details. What in my name servers? Name servers are nothing but it is a location where the information is available of the particular domain. So now using these name servers, that which is the name of the respective servers, right? Which is the name of the respective servers where the information is actually stored. Now, using this name server details, it is going to the respective servers, which are known as authoritative name servers, which is actually storing the domain name and its respective information. Now, again, our resolver, it is contacting this name servers, asking for what do you mean by this example.com and what is the location or what is the IP address. Now, these authoritative DNS servers or these authoritative name server, it is checking its records for the information, saying that yes, example.com, for example.com, this is the IP address. So this IP address is provided to the resolver. Now this resolver is storing this IP address for a temporary period of time. Okay. Now the same IP address is forwarding to your computer. Now using this IP address, again your system will initiate a request over the internet using that IP address, port number, and protocol. If you remember my part 1 letter story, right? Whenever we want to write a letter, we used to maintain 3 important things like apartment address, flat number, and the standards. In the same way, whenever we are initiating a request, these 3 things are mandatory. Now, that request for the internet, it will reach to the respective server where the website is running to the particular service where the website is running. Right? Now, all this process is happening within just 10 to 20 milliseconds. Right? All this process is happening within 10 to 20 milliseconds. It means whenever you're searching for Facebook, within 10 to 20 milliseconds, this process in the background, it is happening and helping you to take to the particular website. So that is all happening in the real time. And I hope it is clear to everyone. If you have any doubts, please don't hesitate. You can directly contact LeoAxis. You can directly chat or put a message to the LeoAxis WhatsApp, or you can drop a mail to the LeoAxis, or else you can also drop a message in the comment section. So we are happy to connect back with you to resolve your queries.